You were never called to live from panic. You were never called to build your life on fear. You were never called to let circumstances name you. You were called to live from victory. Not toward it, from it. That is one of the greatest shifts a believer can make, because many spend their lives trying to get what Christ already secured, trying to earn what grace already gave, trying to qualify for what the cross already finished. And while they are striving, heaven is saying, it is already done. Jesus did not rise from the dead so you could live like defeat is normal. He overcame the world, he triumphed over darkness, he rose in power, he sat down in victory. And the word says, you are in him. That means your position is not beneath the battle. Your position is above it in Christ. That does not mean you never face trouble. It means trouble does not define your position. That does not mean there are no attacks. It means attacks do not change your identity. That does not mean there are no hard days. It means hard days do not cancel spiritual truth. We live from victory. We live from victory. We are in Christ. We are upheld by grace. We will not live in fear. We live from victory. We live from victory. We live from victory. We are not beneath shame. We are not beneath defeat. We are seated with Christ. We live from victory. You are not fighting for a seat at God's table. You already have one. You are not trying to convince God to be with you. He already is. You are not trying to scrape together enough goodness for him to hear you. You are already accepted in Christ. So why approach life like a prisoner when grace has declared you free? Why speak like a victim when the Spirit of God lives in you? Why walk bowed down when Christ has raised you up spiritually with him? You must stop measuring your life only by what is happening around you. Because if you judge everything by the natural realm, you will live tossed around by every wave. A bad report comes and your peace disappears. A setback happens and your confidence disappears. A closed door appears and your hope disappears. But when your consciousness is rooted in Christ, you become steady. Not because you feel strong every moment, not because the battle looks small, not because pressure is imaginary, but because your life is anchored somewhere deeper than circumstance. That is what victory conscious living looks like. We may be in a storm, but we are not owned by it. We may be under pressure, but we are not crushed. We may be opposed, but we are not abandoned. We may feel resistance, but we still belong to the one who overcame. The world trains people to react. The word trains believers to respond. The world says, see it, fear it, repeat it. The word says, see it, bring it under truth, and speak in faith. That is why your daily posture matters. What are you feeding your consciousness? Are you feeding fear and expecting peace? Are you feeding defeat and expecting boldness? Are you saturating your mind with darkness and wondering why hope feels weak? Victory is not sustained by accident. It is sustained by awareness. You have to come back to truth again and again. You have to open the word until heaven's perspective becomes your perspective. You have to speak God's promises until your mouth stops echoing panic. You have to meditate on who Christ is until you remember who you are in him. Because when consciousness shifts, life shifts. The believer who knows they are in Christ does not pray like someone locked outside the house. They pray like family. They do not speak like someone uncertain of their future. They speak like someone whose life is hidden with Christ in God. They do not face opposition like someone doomed to lose. They face it like someone who already knows the final outcome. That is not fantasy. That is faith. We live from victory. We live from victory. God is with us. Christ is in me. His peace is ours. His grace is enough. We live from victory. We live from victory. We live from victory. We answer fear with truth. We answer lack with trust. We will answer weakness with God's strength. We live from victory. So rise today. Rise in faith. Rise in peace. Rise in confidence. in the knowledge of who you are and what Christ has done. Do not spend one more day begging for a victory. You have already been called to walk in. Live from it, starting now. Starting now.